didn't check and see if we were recording. We're recording, okay. This is for May 20th, 24. This is meeting number 2024-17. We have the full commission here. So we'll start off with a prayer with Pastor Brian Van Arsdale, First Christian Church, followed by a pledge of allegiance.
Let's have a word prayer. Father, we thank you for it's beautiful that you've given us an opportunity to gather together and speak of business of the county and to see where you would have us go. Lord, I pray for wisdom. I pray for open minds and open hearts to your leading and to sound advice. Thank you again for the wonderful county that you've given us in the city of Dodge and everything around it that you've given us to take care of. And again, we ask for your guidance and your blessing on all that happens here. Let this be for your glory and for you alone. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first up is the approval of meeting minutes, and this is for 2024-14 and 15, and additions and abatements.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
I second
All right, with a motion and second, I'll go ahead and call a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
it. Aye.
All right, motion passes. Next up is approval for claims. This is the amount of $339,217.83.
Everybody say 93.
Did I say that wrong?
Yes, you did.
I think my vision's changing. 393, 217, 83, and I think it did.
I make a motion to approve the claims for payment as presented.
I second it.
All right. Motion second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. This is the part of the meeting where we come to open public comments. Please limit it to 5 minutes per individual, 15 minutes per topic. Final action may be deferred until the next county commission meeting. I do want to offer Fire Chief Boyd to come forward first if you would like to.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Afternoon, Rob.
This week we start EMS Week. It's been 50 years since the official EMS Week celebration started. Just want to say, if you see any of our staff out and about, thank them for their service. The last 2 months have been extremely busy for them. There's been over 800 calls for service. And just this last weekend, we did 60 calls. So things are extremely busy and we couldn't do it without them. So if you see any of them out and about, tell them thanks, tip your hat.
See one out and about right there.
Busy time.
Busy time.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else? Microphone's open. Right, we'll move on. There's no unfinished business and low legal counsel, so we'll go right to the county administrator's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The first item is for HR and IMA reps to discuss county employee benefits.
Just gonna let you guys take it again.
I'll take the cafeteria plan.
Feel free to jump in whenever you're ready. Good afternoon, everybody. Ryan Powell with IMA. And then Nick Johnson with IMA as well. All right, we're here to give an update on your upcoming health insurance renewal and a quick update on dental. So just real quick on page 1, quick executive summary of results. The Meritain Aetna renewal came in at right at 10% increase, which is a total increase of about $232, almost $233,000 on an annualized basis. We did get approval during this renewal process to get an option with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas as well. And they came in fairly competitively, looking at the same or similar plan designs as your current plan designs and deductibles. At an 8.7% increase, which is about $199,000, ended up being a little bit of savings, about $33,500 in savings compared to the renewal with Meritain. So all in all, we feel like it was a strong option from Blue Cross. We'll talk a little bit more about that here shortly. Alongside the renewals, we do have a new program through IMA called IMA Pharmacy Advocacy. And so we have a pharmacist on staff, we have 10 pharmacy techs, and what that really means is we extend our staff when there's a high-costing drug and it's eligible for our program, the member or employee can receive that drug at zero cost, and the county can save additional dollars. So really is a win-win for both the county and the employees or members alike. And then the self-funded dental plan came in at basically a 0% increase, no increase, except for ended up being about $4, so basically flat on that. A little bit more as we dig into the actual renewal options. Nick?
Yeah. So this past year, we looked at a handful of options, one remaining with Meritain in the network. As Ryan mentioned, that was about a 10% increase. Option one, we looked at moving from Meritain to UMR, but still kind of staying outside of that Blue Cross bubble. That was actually a 10.5% increase, so a little higher admin cost with UMR instead of Meritain. Option two would be moving back to Blue Cross of Kansas, keeping your current plan design the same. That was an 8.7% increase. And then option three would be mimicking this city or Dodge City's plan design, which is about an 8% increase. So Ford County's benefits were actually a little bit richer. So it's slightly more expensive at that 8.7% increase.
All right, and then down here, the IMA pharmacy program, the analysis we did on your current pharmacy claims, we looked back basically a little less than a year. There's 23 eligible members on your plan today that are eligible for high-costing drugs through our program, and specifically 13 different drugs. This is a totally voluntary program, so it's not a takeaway of any kind to your membership. But if they do sign up after getting notified, then that drug costs zero to them. So it is really beneficial, and then again, the county does save dollars as well. As we looked at the potential savings, if there's 100% participation, it'd be just under $100,000 of additional savings for the county. And again, zero cost for the members. But knowing that it's a voluntary program, you'll see that we've bolded between 40 and 60% participation. That's average for our book of business. And that would garner between 40 and 60,000 in additional savings to the county. And again, zero cost to the members. So very, very much a win-win opportunity. And that can be done in conjunction with the Blue Cross plan, as we're doing this a lot with our other Blue Cross plans across the state. Any questions on that? All right. So really the last page is just talking about recommended renewal actions. So really the decision points are pretty simple. Renew with Meritain and Smith, or move to the Blue Cross option with a little over $33,000 in savings. If I were in your shoes, I would probably recommend going to the Blue Cross plan personally. Not only is there a little bit of savings, you get the brand name, and it's a little less noisy. I know that there's pre-authorizations on the Meritain, and that's been a little clunky. That's not lost on me and my team, and I don't think you either. So again, I would probably recommend moving to the Blue Cross plan, along with moving to our pharmacy program to get the additional savings as well. If you choose to go that route, again, my other recommendation would be just to keep the employee rates the same, the contributions for the employees the same, so they can feel really good about the move back to Blue Cross, and then just renew the dental as is. And so again, no major change there, no contribution change there.
either.
Ryan and Nick, I appreciate your time, and Jayla's. I mean, I know that we've talked last week through the weekend and then even today in a meeting before this, just to refresh everything. These are unique policies because there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of questions that come up, and I know we spent a lot of time discussing it ourselves. But I do appreciate the effort you put into it, even get the numbers in back today before the meeting, so. I think it's always been good that IMA's helped us through this process. I mean, it's a good partnership with that, so.
Feel the same way.
Yeah. That being said, gentlemen, any recommendations you want to bring forward?
I take Alpers.
Okay.
You guys know what Alpers is?
No.
You know what that is?
It is. It's a high-cost drug.
Okay.
No kid. No kid. That's pretty damn important for you to know.
They may already know.
We already said, we said that's a very
It's
expensive drug.
it's a hush-hush environment. You can't talk about people's history.
Well, I'll tell you what it is, it's just people like me that, the heart.
Oh.
That's the problem.
Gotcha.
Since they was talking about how cheap they were and all that, I thought maybe they'd know something about Alpers, but apparently they don't.
I think they probably know a lot about it.
You gonna lie about it?
No, I think they know. I think they know quite a bit about it.
I see. Well, I don't know, maybe or not, they didn't give a flush in the face. When I said Alpers.
Right. Thank you, gentlemen, for IMA's part in this. Vanessa, JD, and Tanda, so that you guys' company has been very good to work with.
Thank you.
And your service to the county here, helping us wade through the insurance thing has been very good for for the administration, so thank you for that. I appreciate the updates here over the last couple of weeks. Mr. Chairman, I would say that a couple of weeks ago after that one, I was inclined to stay with Maritime because of the ability to negotiate with them sometimes where Blue Cross is not very negotiable. But I would say that here just recently, I think our insurance company dropped the ball a little bit, and probably not in a small way. And I think I've reconsidered my position as far as that early impression I had. So-
Me as well. That kind of changed my thoughts on here too.
So I guess I would make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we approve this for the Blue Cross option number two.
I second that.
Do you need to, we have motion second. For further discussion, do we need to add the IMA pharmacy program into that, or is that, you're just following the recommendations that was brought forward? Because that's kind of implied that we would go that route too.
Yeah, I guess I thought that was implied, but I would include that in my motion if that's, is that workable, Samantha?
Yeah, for them both, I mean. that's
Okay.
fine.
And then renew the dental as is.
Yes.
Yes. That was with Blue Cross already, right?
Yes.
Yeah, renew that with Blue Cross. So to amend my whole motion, I would make a motion to adopt option number 2, Blue Cross Blue Shield with the IMA pharmacy program and renewing the Blue Cross Blue Shield deal. Will you still second?
Well, we use something home, I guess I will.
There we go.
All right, so we now have a motion and second. Any further discussion on that? Hearing none, I'll call a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Hopefully Jayla's out of the airport.
Yeah.
Looking forward to updates,
Sure.
guys.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to the cafeteria plan. I had given 2 sheets, one for Blue Cross Blue Shield option and one for Marizine.
Okay.
So if you guys can look at the Blue Cross Blue Shield. So, the cafeteria plans are flexible benefit plans that allow employees to choose, you know,
Is it an email that we got?
It's in your email.
Yeah.
Email.
Email?
Okay.
Give that to you.
So these plans,
Thank you.
they're made pre-tax, which lower our taxable income and reduce our income, Medicare and Social Security taxes. And there's 7 of our cafeteria plans listed on here. The first being, that the employee contributions for our health insurance, remain unchanged. The only thing that is bolded and underlined is that option 2 is moving from a $3,000 deductible for individuals and $6,400 annually, and that's per IRS guidelines. But everything else is unchanged. The flexible spending account, their contributions have also increased to $3,200. The limited flexible spending account has increased to $3,200. The dependent care spending account has remained unchanged, and the supplemental insurance plans are employee paid at 100%, so that's no cost to the county. The health savings account, the annual maximum per individual is $4,150 and $8,300 per family. We're asking that the wellness incentive for our Ford County employees remain unchanged with the 3 different tiers.
Give me just a second.
I just sent it to you.
Vanessa, do you get a lot of people taking advantage of this?
I know we have a few employees that use a flexible spending account. The HSA, not too many. The majority of our employees are on the lower deductible, so
Okay.
when you're in the lower deductible, you can't contribute to the HSA.
Right.
We do have a lot of employees, well, a few that do dependent care, a lot of supplemental insurance with our benefit consultant.
Okay.
And our wellness incentive is used a lot by our employees, so.
And these dollar amounts, where it's employee only, employee plus children, employee spouse and family, is that per pay period?
Yes.
think we've always had that feeling that we want, you know, there to be a zero option for employee only, and obviously that's still in there, and that's good. And if they want to lower deductible or expand a little bit for that, it's a nice option. And again, compared to what's out there for non-government, those are really low deductibles. I mean, it's an amazing product. Because what you see for family is what you almost see for individual outside. It's pretty amazing. Is this something we need to make a motion on? Because it's part of, the second half of the H1 cafeteria plan. Commissioners, I make a motion to approve the cafeteria plan as presented.
I would second motion.
With the motion second, any further discussion on it?
Say that again, please.
We have a motion and a second to approve what is on the county administrator's report. It's H1, but it's the cafeteria plan part, not the 2024 county employee benefits that has already been approved.
That sheet that you're looking at right there is what we're talking about.
Well, I don't see the numbers you're talking about on here. You said 2024. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Cafeteria plan?
Show me. That's somebody there. Well, you know what I was doing? You done asked me, I was looking right here. I second it.
All right. So we have a motion, a second, and a second for option, this is for the cafeteria plan, so I'll go ahead and call a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you for that.
One more.
Yep.
And then, so I have a stipend request form for an administrative assistant. They requested $80. It hasn't been a covered position before, but they're using their cell phone for registration purposes. I do need your approval so that I can have that.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the total stipend for administrative assistant position at the sheriff's office.
I'll second it.
I'll call the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Items number 3, 4, and 5 are for planning and zoning director Melissa Drake.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. I have 3 items that goes, going to go before you today. The first one, Commissioners, is the Ford County Zoning Board member, 3-year term for Angel Romero Jr. expires on June 22nd, 2024. Mr. Romero has requested and is willing to serve another 3 years on the zoning board, and I am requesting that the Board of County Commissioners consider and approve this request. The term will be for 3 years and expires on June 22nd, 2027. He has been a blessing.
Okay.
Yeah, he really has. To have somebody bilingual, it really helps with the community.
Okay. That's good to hear.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the reappointment of Angel Romero Jr. to the zoning board for a 3-year term.
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion and second to approve the zoning board member to a term extension of 3 years. I'll call a vote. All those in favor? Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners. And now you should have before you resolution number 2024-25. This resolution is to approve a truck repair / welding shop located at 10840 West White Earth. This property has 3.51 acres and is owned by Joffrey Appointing. The applicant has a contract to purchase if conditional use is approved. The applicant currently has a business located in Dodge City and would like to move it out into the county. He would be open 9 to 7, Tuesday through Sunday. SMH is going to draw up the plans for an 80-foot by 120-foot building with 3 bays to work on trucks. His services will include a light truck work, some welding, and ability to change tires. I sent out 25 certified letters and a letter to Dodge Township, and I received no inquiries. It does fit in with the Ford County Comprehensive Plan. So on April 22nd, 2024, the Ford County Zoning Board reviewed zoning case 2024-006. The board, consisting of 3 members, voted 2 in favor and 0 opposed to recommend approval of the application for conditional use and development plan. However, this recommendation comes with certain conditions. Applicants shall meet all applicable federal, state, and local laws and regulations. Light shall be directed so as not to shine onto a public road right-of-way or adjacent property. Approved as per the development plan submitted. Tires must be disposed of monthly so not to build up. Fuel over 20 gallons should not be stored at this location. Condition of lot must be maintained. No tires, truck parts, or trash should pile up outside. All fluids from the motorized vehicles shall be disposed of properly and not accumulate. No more than 3 disabled vehicles are to be stored on the property. And a site plan adhering to the necessary standards and regulations shall be provided where the construction begins. And a survey of this parcel needs to be completed and filled out at the Register of Deeds office to correct discrepancy in the current legal description. They used, this used to be one large lot. Ed Elam surveyed part of that lot and took it out. So what they did is they took the old deed minus except what Ed surveyed. The trouble is they didn't count in the new right-of-way of the highway. So there is a slight discrepancy that was discovered, so I'm requesting so that that discrepancy isn't passed on over and over again, that gets corrected. And that is the end of my report.
Where's this?
And Mr. Cervantes is here.
Yeah.
Thank you, I'm so sorry. Mr. Cervantes is here to answer any questions.
And where's this location?
Do you know where Joffrey Appointee's trailer houses were on West White Earth? He sold trailer houses, it's between the old fireworks place and right there.
Just east of the fireworks place.
Yeah, just east of the fireworks place, that's where that is.
Okay. And is E required, is that a county requirement that we actually have on the conditional use permit?
It is a safety. It is not required, it's just a safety issue. The fire chief is, you know, that's all it is a safety issue.
Okay. I was like, that's pretty light for semis.
For semis, but
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know if there was something different.
I was told they didn't need to keep much on
Okay.
hand.
So as this is up for approval, do we need to make the motion pending fixing the discrepancy that you talked about?
Since it's
or-
in here, they have to do it. If you
Okay.
approve it, it'll have to be done.
Okay, very good.
Nice.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we adopt resolution 2024-25.
I second that. Motion and second, any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Now you should have before you Resolution 2024-26. This is a request for an approval of a plat. The applicants, Rigoberto and Blanca Valverde, are requesting permission to split their 8-acre lot into 3 lots. The reason behind this request is that Rigoberto had a vehicle accident and has permanent damage to his ankle, which causes stairs to be a problem. The applicants are wanting to turn a current shop building on their property into a residence.
The only way this is possible is to plat this property and split it up in lots. Regulations state you can only have one main or principal building per lot, and the dwellings are basically a principal building. This plat does not cause any rezoning because suburban residential is 2 to 10 acres, so it stays within the suburban residential zoning. The Ford County Surveyor, Ford County Engineer, and I have determined that all regulations have been followed concerning local and state regulations regarding plats. Though this proposed subdivision is out of the recommended area of the Ford County Comprehensive Plan, it does not involve more than 3 tracts, only increases the density of this area by actually 1 dwelling, because they already have 2 dwellings on that lot, because they were there before regulations took place. And no public roads are needed, or public services will have needs, so there will be no public cost burden to the addition of this plat. So on April 22nd, 2024, the zoning board with 3 members present voted 2 in favor and none opposed to recommend to the Board of County Commissioners approval for the plat. And the Valverdes are here if you have any questions. They do have plans on that. They're moving out of want to move out of their house, move to the shop, and their daughter will be moving into their house.
All right. I make a motion that we approve resolution 2024-26 as presented.
I second it.
Motion second, any further discussion on it? Hearing none, I'll call a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
The next 2 items are for IT Director Matthew Brack.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. The first item on our list is the renewal for our VMware licensing software. This is the controller software for our server virtualization. This is what keeps all of our servers online, licensed, and doesn't keep us being audited. Keeps us being audited. So, the company VMware was actually recently bought out by a much larger company called Broadcom, who has a history of buying out small corporations and racking up the pricing. So we actually got a pretty stellar deal on this. They were limiting the number of multi-year renewals. We had 2 options for a 1-year or a 3-year. The 1-year renewal was at $4,400, and the 3-year is at $10,080. It's roughly a savings of about $4,200 over the span of 3 years if we were to go the 3-year up. And we don't know how much they're going to have to check the price next year. That is just, it's a renewal of an existing system that we use 24/7 in the county for the amount of $10,080.
And the 10,080, is that paying for 3 years of
Yes,
service?
3 years, 3 years of the licensing, yeah.
Okay.
We have the existing software already, it's there.
All right. Commissioners, I make a motion that we approve VMware at the 3-year renewal with C1 as recommended.
I second
All right, with motion and second, any further discussion on it? Hearing none, I'll call a vote. All
The second item on this list is for a new security procedure. It is an unfunded mandate that is going to come in place from the FBI as of October 1st this year as part of our minimum CJIS requirements. This is for Cisco's Duo multi-factor authentication system. It adds a layer of additional security on top of our logins. It can be to our computers. It can also be set up to add additional security logins for our VMware systems, for all of our servers. We can even actually probably get it adjusted to where we can use the same multi-factor authentication for the time clock system, for our UKG system as well. There are a lot of things that we can integrate into this. It also allows us to move our the county's VPN usage from the current system that we have to Cisco's AnyConnect system, which is a much more secure system that runs directly through our authentication system. The majority of employees will receive a token for the time for each time that they log in. They put their password in, they press a button, it gives them a code, they put the code in and allows them to move on with their day. This is just an extra layer of security. It's not, no such thing as a perfect security system, but this is definitely a great step in the right direction. Again, this also completely satisfies the FBI requirement for October 1st.
And that's, key, I don't know what to call it.
Token, yeah.
Token?
Yeah.
So, do they do that every time they log in?
So the idea is we can actually set them up to where the length of authentication, we can have it on a timer, we can have it to where it's required every single time that they log in. So we can set it for 12 hours. And so once you log into that one system.
For that day?
Yeah, for that day, you won't need to put your authentication back in for another 12 hours unless you go to a different system and then you'll have to authenticate again. But these are just tokens, they're simple random number generators. It's a different number every 30 seconds. Yeah. It's a good system. We can lock down everything to where we can prevent all logins from outside the United States, which is it's a standard requirement. The CJIS has had in place for quite a long time, and this is one of the big three for MFA out there.
So every employee that works on a computer will get one? What if they're working from their phone? Is there a way for them to
Yeah,
do
there
that?
is an app available as well for smartphones, and there's other options we can also set up for the authentication where we can have they can receive an automated phone call to their desk phone.
Sure.
So maybe SMS texting using an app. There are a couple ways we go about this, but we'll have software put on every computer, and we'll have for those that use smartphones that I would say that have the stipends for their smartphones.
We get access.
We would even do the app access on their phones. Otherwise, the initial order here is for 425 case, and we'll have a nice section. And each one of them is individually numbered, so it's assigned individually to the individual employee.
We actually use something like that for Elvis.
I believe it.
State.
Yeah.
That everyone that's on Elvis has to use.
There's some FBI programs that are used in the county that also use them.
Matt, what if they lose them?
Then we can issue a new one. But we will take that old token out of our system and completely remove it from the ability for it to be used, and then we will issue a new one to the employee.
What if it's on a Sunday?
We have staff available 24/7.
Okay.
All right. Commissioners, I'd make a motion that we approve the master sales and master maintenance agreement with C1 for the Cisco Duo subscription and support for Full County.
I second
With a motion second, any further discussion on it?
Nothing other than I feel old.
That's nice. That's not new technology, I promise you.
Well, I can say for certain that a video game that I've been playing off and on since 2005, I've been using one of these since 2006.
I had a hard enough time trying to get in my email.
I'm
Like a button, get a code,
already don't have it.
type it in.
I mean, we had sun flares the other day and my tractor won't drive. I'm just tired of being old.
Technology.
The world has moved beyond me.
Does somebody just have a birthday?
No.
No?
No.
No one you?
Or an anniversary.
No, okay. That always comes after one of those.
I know some of you had an anniversary recently.
Yeah. Yeah, a little hazing on that one. All right, so we have a motion and second. Any further discussion? I'll call a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Debbie, you want to talk about the filing deadline first?
Filing deadline for our offices up for election this year is June 3rd at noon. That is also the deadline to change your party affiliation.
The upcoming meetings, we have the Kansas County Highway Association Annual Spring Conference in Marietta, Kansas. Road and Bridge Director Brad Ross is there now. We have open enrollment Thursday, May 29th. That will be at in the Rose Room here in the Government Center from 8 to 5. And Friday, May 30th, in the Sheriff's Classroom from 6:30 a.m. to 3. And we have the CFAB meeting, tentative date is June 19th at 6:30. And that will be at the City Building at 100 Chapel Road. That is all I have for the admin report, Mr. Chairman.
Is that a tentative date because it's a holiday?
Yeah, correction, my days were wrong. The 29th is a Wednesday and the 30th is Wednesday. That's the
What?
30th, the 29th and the 30th.
Yes.
Wednesday and Thursday.
There you go.
I was really struggling with that for some reason.
So going back to that,
June 19th.
Yeah, I think the date is tentative,
because of it being a holiday?
probably.
Okay.
But this is not uncommon for our CFAB meetings to have
The city will just have them when they have them.
tentative dates, yeah. I'm sure it'll change before that.
Right now, I'm already conflicted on that day.
Perfect.
It's a dang many holidays, really works.
I'll let them know.
All right. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I'll call a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I don't know who to write down on that one. They both said yes.
Somebody else.